What's up guys, One Up James here. Today we're looking at Metal Unit on the Nintendo Switch. Metal Unit is a roguelike 2D platformer developed by Jelly Snow Studio. Metal Unit tells a tragic story of human survivors and their battle against monsters and machines to regain control of their planet. The Earth is under siege from all directions, with ancient beings emerging from underground and alien machines descending from space. With the fate of the planet hanging in the balance, you take up the role of Joanna, a new soldier capable of wearing the powerful M-Unit suit. You will be helping Joanna to save humanity and get revenge on her traitorous sister that has taken up arms with the alien race. You are quickly introduced to Falcon, an AI intelligence who is processing Joanna through her exams to become part of the Steel Brigade, and a man known as Master, who will direct you on your missions and give you additional information as to the events going on and the status of your sister. While fighting an alien faction known as the Garrus, you will uncover the truth and the intent behind the alien invasion and your sister's link to them. The game throws a lot of story at you with sometimes long dialogues that are read in text form, a lot of which seems to be giving you a huge crash course into the prior events leading up until now. One can be overwhelmed by the amount of story and context given, as the story is trying to lay out the events happening mixed with the history of prior events to present a full story. Now there is absolutely nothing wrong with the story or presentation of it. Just know that to understand and basically keep up with the story, it will require a lot of reading and almost mentally trying to piece all the different parts together. Although the story builds up to an abrupt ending, the way it's all been woven together made for an interesting take on the alien invasion genre. But with all this emphasis on the story and character building, does the gameplay hold up? Absolutely. Levels are presented more as different regions like a forest, snow area, and a desert. Each of the regions consists of 15 or so stages, each stage needing to be cleared of all the enemies before you can proceed, with some stages having vertical depth and some more on the horizontal side. They all give a different variety of layouts, although a lot of them will feel somewhat the same as you progress due to the overall textures of the game in many platforming sequences. And progressing to different regions will bring with them their own unique enemies. Most of the enemies you will encounter can be a little difficult at the beginning, but most of them do have their own spawning locations and movement and attack patterns. And with the game's roguelike elements, replaying the stages and learning these attack patterns will come quite easy as you replay each stage. Although this isn't completely a roguelike game, due to the actual length of the game compared to other games of the genre, the roguelike elements is what Metal Unit is based around. Your M-Unit suit, along with Joanna and Falcon, can all be upgraded using crystal cores you will collect along the way, like adding additional points to health and run speed for Joanna, reducing effects for the M-Unit suit, to giving Falcon the ability to carry weapons and even combo with Joanna to cause more damage. The Steel Brigade base also provides you with several options. A shop that supplies you with weapons, armor, and usable abilities like lightning or fire damage. Different chained ability damage like 4 or 5 consecutive melee hits causing increased damage. There is the weapon synthesis shop where you can combine 2 weapons to create a new one. I frequently found that I wouldn't be using this much, as the new weapon created has a chance of being less powerful than either of the weapons combined to make it, and you are constantly finding chests with weapons as you progress, so I pretty much left the weapon synthesis alone. Although the hub world offers several things to do, I found I only really needed to sell unused items and weapons to the shopkeeper for gold and make a trip to the potion stand where you were reminded not to ask where the potions came from. I found that all the controls worked well enough for the most part. Double jumping and platforming works well enough. Shooting and combining different attacks and abilities works smooth enough. Never did I feel too overwhelmed, even though I did die my share of times. But with several different attacks and abilities, and having several enemies on the screen, I did find myself hitting unnecessary buttons from time to time, just in the attempt to clear out the enemies, sometimes using abilities I didn't intend to use, and even using some valuable potions unnecessarily. But this isn't a big problem, just me getting confused sometimes during the chaos. But like I said, once you have learned the spawn locations and enemy patterns, you will be able to move through the game much more easy. And if anyone is still having any problems progressing, Metal Unit provides a way out. By pausing the game and going down to assist mode, you are given everything you need to proceed with God mode. From infinite potions to double damage and even invincibility. The game does not leave you stranded, and these abilities can be turned on and off whenever you see fit. But I do think the game is short enough that you will probably beat it before you will get frustrated enough to use the in-game cheats. But they are there for those who wish to change up the experience. Metal Unit costs $15.99 on the Nintendo eShop, and I think it's a solid purchase for anyone who is a fan of roguelikes or just 2D platformers in general. It's not breaking any boundaries here, but the game is exciting from start to finish. And that's my review on Metal Unit for the Nintendo Switch. If you enjoyed this video or found it helpful in any way, drop a like and subscribe. It only takes a moment. I'll see you next time, guys. Later.